Game of Thrones Ascent. One of the things that we realized when we looked at licensed products is that in the vast majority of cases, people take a license and they splash this license coat of paint on some existing product and then ship it hoping that they'll get massive sales. So they'll take some fantasy or science fiction genre, put it on top of some other game that's existed in the past, make a little bit of visual change, ship it. That's why licensed games tend to suck, because they are throwing the coat of paint on instead of thinking about what is the essence of the story that people were attracted to in the first place. And I think that that's the problem with gamification in 99% of cases. You think that you can throw a gamification coat of paint on some existing website or application and you end up with a badge or a leaderboard without understanding that those are just tools for communicating a story to the player. So with us, it was really important to go back to the source material, talk to George R. R. Martin, talk to the showrunners at HBO, and we as fans ourselves certainly understood a lot about what was great about this book and this series, and really try to figure out, well, how do we create the game that brings that story across? Ultimately, for us, we realized we're not just making a social game, we're actually making a kind of an antisocial game, because if you've watched this series, you know that people are backstabbing each other all the time. So we're going to bring that kind of backstabbing and skullduggery and all that stuff back into the game. That's where story comes in, because it would have been super easy to just take Game of Thrones and suddenly you're playing, say, Kingdoms of Camelot in the world of Game of Thrones. That's exactly the opposite of what we wanted to accomplish with this.